All the family gone, but they got an extra one, okay?
An extra one?
Yeah. He got a baby the same age as my little small baby. He
Michelle's
agreed to
baby.
keep, right. He agreed to keep this baby.
So now he's gonna keep his sister's child?
Yeah, he didn't even run it by me, not one time. It ain't, cause I'm the wife, baby, that's why. And you talk things out like that. That's what you do. You give her some respect.
All right, y'all. All right.
When divorce court returns, why is Sammy's sister always on the phone?
She called first thing in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning. 30 minutes later, she calling. Hour and a half later, she calling. 2 hours after that, she calling.
His sister calling that
Like
much?
that, Your Honor. We having sex, she calling. You understand? She calling.
Family's house, okay?
Right. But it's still one room.
It was my family's house, and she wasn't
But your
staying
family didn't offer you but one room, right? For your family.
It was for me, my 2 kids, and my niece. Okay, she wasn't there. She was a live-in nurse somewhere else. Okay,
But you decided to take care of your niece?
Because my mother was in the hospital.
So you decided to help, since you were taking care of your children and you were the at-home dad, you could take care of your niece.
Since my mother was in the hospital, going back and forth.
What was wrong with asking your wife?
My wife wasn't staying there with us. So what I'm going to ask her for? It was just me and the 2 kids
On the weekend,
staying in
I
the
lived
room.
there. On the weekend, I lived there.
It was just me. No,
from 8
on the
to 4, I came
weekend,
to
you
visit.
went over your brother's
No, I
house,
didn't.
over your brother's father's house.
Okay. Now, what was the other problem with the sister? That sounds reasonable to me.
Wasn't really so much a problem, but he never even said how long it was going to be. You know what I'm saying? He knew we was already in a tight situation, okay? So he said it's just going to be a little while, okay? This go on for weeks and weeks, a month and a half that went by, and this baby is still
What
here.
about the money? Who's providing the food and clothing for this child?
I am. Oh, no, I ain't providing for her, okay? I ain't providing for her. And if she giving him any money, he ain't even putting it on the table.
What's your other issue with the sister?
Your Honor.
You just seem to have a thing against this sister, huh?
No, it's my whole family.
I'm so tired of this sister, Your Honor. God knows I'm so tired of this sister because she's so jealous of the situation. She ain't got no man, okay? She ain't got no situation. Let me tell you, because if she had a man, she'd be out of my business. You understand? She had a man, she'd tell you, go home, be a man, be a husband, be a daddy to your kids, because your kids need you. You understand? She wouldn't have you living in the house and the baby daddy living in the house and got you running like her fool. She wouldn't have that going on, you understand? You wouldn't be walking them kids to school and going to raffles and checking on them when they having problems. You wouldn't be keeping care of them, the other child, all day long from the time he left the house till right now.
So you living with your sister now?
Yes,
Still
I am.
is.
Well, let me ask you, what is going on? Are you doing that, yes or no?
I take my sister to work. I drop her kids off at school. Then I go see about my mother, who stays at the house with an IV in her arm and takes her to the hospital.
So when you were living with your wife, did you talk to your sister on a regular basis?
All the time.
How often?
Every morning, like every morning, every other morning, she calling to check on her baby that I got that's got a medical condition. So she's supposed to call.
So you and your sister are real close?
We go be close.
You know, I don't think it's fair that we've been talking a lot about Michelle,
Well,
and we just...
I
Hold on a second.
Okay, yeah.
Where is Michelle?
She's at home. Your Honor, they
You
didn't
have
know.
her number?
Yes, I do.
Here.
But they didn't know nothing about my situation.
Well, I'm going to talk to him now and see how much she did know and see what the problem is and why this blood's so bad.
We didn't get to the good part yet.
Well, we're going to see what Michelle has to say. If you didn't get to the good part yet, you may not get there because you've done a whole lot of talking.
I'm so sorry, but it's all right. It's okay.
What's the good part? All of it sounded good to me.
Well, you know, Yana, he kept it going. You know what I'm saying? I mean, she called first thing in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning. He go to the bathroom, take a shower, wherever he in the bathroom doing, she calling. 30 minutes later, she calling. Hour and a half later, she calling. 2 hours after that, she calling.
His sister calling that
like
much?
that, Your Honor. We having sex, she calling. You understand? She calling. All day, all night, don't want nothing. When he ain't there, you think if she love her niece and nephew like he love them, she'd call and see about them. Not one phone call to him. You know what I'm saying? And it was never no issue.
That she's trying to break up
She ain't happy. Oh, I'm sorry.
Your theory is she didn't have her own man. Your husband was good to you. You all had a good relationship. She couldn't stand to see that happen. She was too jealous. So she interfered and kept calling her brother and causing problems in your household.
He already taking care of her kids and everything.
All right, let's talk to Michelle. Come on.
One day.
All right.
No, let's talk to Michelle.
Let's talk to Shell.
Mm-hmm. So this is Michelle Moody, and you're the sister of...
Sammy Bausleys.
All right, now tell me about it. Your sister-in-law seems to think that you're the cause of their breakup.
Well, first of all, that's my brother, and we're family. I mean, we take care of each other. If we're having a problem with anything, we take care of each other. We're all we have. I mean, I don't know. I don't see the problem in me calling my brother And if I come up there, it's not every day. I live in like a totally different town. I might come maybe on the weekends, but it's not every weekend. I mean, I work. And if I have a problem, my brother's going to help me if I need for him to help me with anything. And if she can't handle that, then, I mean, that's crazy.
Did you ever consult your sister-in-law to let her know you were coming and that you were bringing your daughter for your brother to keep? Did you ever ask her?
I don't recall asking her, but Monique was at my house when everything even occurred. My mother was like in a deadly situation, and Monique was at my house when all of this occurred, that she knew my baby was going to come. I work every day. And
my question is, stop, hold it. My question is, did you ever ask her if she could take care of your child?
She knew of it. No, I didn't ask her.
All right, and so you would come to their house unannounced?
No, ma'am. I would call and let them know that I was coming.
Did you talk to her or just your brother?
I talked to my brother, but I spoke to her. No, I didn't tell her.
All right. So now, she says you call your brother's house, call and talk to your brother 3, 4, 5 times a day, early in the morning, 6:30, 1 in the afternoon, late at night, didn't matter.
No, ma'am. I work in the morning, and when I call my brother, I'm calling at a respectable time because I'm at work. I have to be at work at 8 o'clock, so I'm not going to call nobody's house at 8 o'clock in the morning. I have to at least wait till somebody wakes up. I'm not just going to call like that. I have to work, too.
So do you see yourself contributing to this breakup at all?
No, ma'am. Not at all. Not at all.
What, you don't like your sister-in-law?
I love her. I never had a problem with Monique. But for me to hear this just like out of 5 years that she's known me, I never knew that I was a problem, period. If she was a woman, she could have told me that I'm, causing the so-called problem. Monique never in her life of 5 years knowing me, never said nothing to me as me being a problem.
So you didn't know that there was an issue about you in their relationship?
No, ma'am. Never.
All right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So what you have to say?
Well, I have to say this, okay? It's not my job or my place to put his family in theirs. When I speak to my husband, I don't want bad blood between me and the relatives. So I expect him to at least bring the situation.
So then you're really mad at your husband, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
But every problem she have is not his job to fix it, okay?
Well,
especially if
but you're mad at your husband. He has to decide not to do that, right?
Exactly.
Okay, so what was the last thing that happened?
She created this haven for him. They snuck and moved him out of my house and left all the responsibility on me. Now, it takes...
Hold on. What she mean by they sneaked and moved you out?
What happened was, it was a situation where me and her got into it. I ain't want to fight no more. Was tired of arguing. My little kids there, our kids right there, tired of fighting and arguing. Only thing gonna lead to that is somebody going to jail or getting hurt bad. So I got tired of it. It's been going on for years, Judge. So I left. I told her it wasn't forever, you know what I'm saying?
So your sister came to get you?
Right. She was right there when we was arguing when I told my sister to come and get me. But see, she was so much going off arguing and talking crazy that she didn't understand and she didn't know who I was talking to. So I told her to come and get me. I'm ready to get up out of this, you know what I'm saying? So it wasn't forever. It wasn't deficit. Well, we needed some separation time. But during our separation time, she didn't do nothing but make the situation worse by targeting my family. My family didn't have nothing to do with it. I'm a grown man. If I want to come back, I'll come back. I made that decision.
Let me ask you this. What are you doing for your children? She says you're constantly there for your sister's children. What about your children?
Well, see, that's doing... She talking about since I left in August. But before that, she ain't had no problem with me never taking care of my kids. Okay. Well, when I left, I had left. I ain't had no job. So it took me a little while to get a job. I got a little part-time job. I did what I can do. I'm paying another child support order too, plus trying to pay that.
So you working now?
Yeah, on a little restaurant,
You own a little restaurant, or you're working in a restaurant?
Working in a little part-time.
So you're no longer caring for your sister's child?
No. She I watch out for them too. I drop them off at school.
So how much money are you earning?
At my little job?
At your big job, little job, or whatever. You got child support. You got 2 kids.
It's minimum wage, John.
All right, I have to make an order. And it's not going to be very much, but it's $200 a month, okay? Mm-hmm. That's the order of the court.
Right.
It seems to me that all you needed to do was sit down and talk with your husband. You guys could have worked that out if you were working together instead of letting a third party, family, whoever, come between the two of you. That's why when you took those vows, it says, forsaking all others and clinging only to the two of you. And your family comes first. This family, your wife and children. I understand the love for your sister. I understand the love for your mother. And those are hard choices to make. Trust me, I come from a big family. We all are very close and we love each other. And we support each other. But you have to set some limits. He loves his sister, but the sister's his love for his sister and his mother is not the same as his love for you. And you have to understand that.
That's what I'm saying.